agus fáilte arás, which also means welcome back. And today what I want to do is just have another chat on the way home during this lockdown. So I was in physically in work for half a day today, such as is the way of things. You do what your boss people tell you, don't you? So, because we're now officially in lockdown, I won't be taking as much of a kind of a liberty with the commute home today. I think the last time I went out, the last video I had out, I took like, I'll throw up clips, I went off out to Ringaskiddy and everything, like I took like 2-3 hours to go home. I was just arsing around in the sun. Little did I know that we were going to be locked down like 6 hours after I made that video or shot that video, or I would have just stayed out on the bike for the entire day. So such is life though. I'm doing okay. I still get to go to and from work maybe once or twice a week on my bike, which is a hell of a lot more than a lot of people can do, so I am very happy about that. I got my letter from work, say that I'm essential, which, I mean, like, look, I get it, we're essential company for certain things, but it's really weird, you know, having a letter saying, as per the Taoiseach, which is like our Prime Minister, if you're not from Ireland and watching this, or President, I suppose, although we have a President, so I suppose it's like, yeah, one of those, but basically, you know, it's saying like, oh, you're essential as per that, but you're lumped into the same bracket as the people who in this situation are actually essential, like nurses and doctors, which is, it's odd to me, because obviously, when compared with said people, I am about as far from essential as you can imagine, you know, I'm like nothing, when you put it into context. But I want to have a chat about one or two things today as well, and that is kind of like bikes, obviously, you know, I love bikes if you didn't know. But basically what I want to talk about in and around is the old motor bicycles. Is how many do you think is too many? Because currently I have officially on paper 2, and I want more, obviously, and the reason I want more is it's like I don't ever particularly plan on buying like a brand new bike, so I don't feel bad about having multiple cheaper bikes. Like currently the bike I'm lusting after is only about, I think, €3,500 to get it into the country and registered. It's a UK registered bike currently. That was a mistake. So yeah, to get it in and stuff, it'll be about €3,500, and that bike is an SV1000 S, because I really liked the SV650 I rode. So I think an SV1000 S would be awesome. This hill is massive. Anyone who like walks up this hill regularly must have calves of iron or thighs of iron. I don't know what hill walking exercise is, okay? I haven't a clue. I'm not a trainer person. All I know is that little bridge is cool. It's literally the main reason I wanted to come up this road on the way home, is for that bridge. But yeah, so mainly like the SV1000S. I'd really like one of them, one that's in the UK, it's for sale, it's orange, and if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know I do love the colour orange, as my watch shows you. On to that point, like the main thing I want to do is I want to get a V-twin, because like I said, you know, I kind of have my collection of motor bicycles started, and I have an inline 4, I have a V4, and so the next thing that's kind of, you know, obvious, I suppose, or, you know, large production is a V-twin. Obviously a thumper, wouldn't mind one of them. That's a cool turn. It's kind of exposed rock there. Obviously a thumper would be cool in the future as well, single cylinder. But I kind of, yeah, I like having the mix. I also really need to get a new visor. But I kind of, what I'm talking about this for is, number one, like I said, I really want a V-twin, and it's pretty up here. But like, I'd like people's opinions on, like, you know, how many bikes is too many, or should you just cop on, stick with what you have, and, you know, work to get your own house. But I know for me, in my age and my age group, and I know this is probably going to come out as silly, but like, owning a house seems a very distant reality. It seemed a distant reality before the virus hit, so now it's even more distant. And obviously, I don't know, is that just kind of Ireland centric? I don't know, is it like, you know, in America, is it like, nah, you can definitely buy a house in most parts of America, whatever. I don't know how it works over there, because I don't live there, and obviously I don't really research it because I don't live there, so you know. But you know, I think a lot of people kind of, you know, I'm like, I can't afford a house. People kind of look at you and they're like, you definitely could afford a house. You own 2 bikes and want a third, so you probably could. But at the same time, they don't bat an eyelid when someone my age goes out and buys a new or nearly new car for like 20-something thousand euro and pays it off over how many years? Five odd years. Not an eyelid is batted because that's a car. But like, if I have less than like 7,000-8,000 euro in like those 3 bikes, so it's not even one thing, it's 3 things, and I'm kind of still the one who's frowned at and been like, well, you're to blame here. I just think it's odd. It's nearly like, you know, a car is more acceptable, but I don't know why. You know, my bike is my main mode of transport. You know, I use it more than I use anything else. I don't know what it is. I don't know, is it a lack of kind of universal acceptance for bikes in Ireland? I know it's seen as a perfectly fine kind of main mode of transport in other places. So I don't know, is it just here? Nice road, it wasn't for the stones. But yeah, what would you prefer to see? Would you prefer to see like a V-twin cruiser, or something like the SV1000 S, which I know it's not a sports bike. It's kind of like some weird amalgamation between a sports bike and a sports tour, but it's not a sports tour, and it's also not an out-and-out super sports bike. It's kind of, I know, it's definitely in between. Which ones would you prefer to see? And also, what do you think? Would you shell out on getting an SV1000 S, or just put that money, and I don't have that money, by the way, this is all purely theoretical, or put that money towards, you know, a house, if a house is ever going to materialise. This is a really nice road. I have absolutely no interest in buying a house in like an estate or anything. It'd have to be somewhere where I could have my own shed. Like, the only reason for me to buy my own house would be so I could have my own shed / garage, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Ooh, horses! Is that a horse or a donkey? I don't know, it's a hairy horse, yeah, it's a hairy horse. Cool. Horses are cool. Most animals are cool, to be fair. Oh no, wait, listen to this. This is another thing I wanted to come down here for. I enjoyed that immensely. And all of this is theoretical. I literally don't have any money right now to buy any of these things, so it's just kind of like a conversation piece, you know. Actually, I wonder what the rules are around servicing your own bike, because this bike actually does need a service, but in order to service it, I need to go to my shed, and technically my shed is further away than the 2K. If I am considered essential, and currently the only legal method of transportation that I have other than public transport, which I'm just not using, is my bike. And if I keep going with my bike without servicing it, it could possibly become unsafe. Am I allowed to service my bike? Am I allowed to bring it out to the shed? I don't know, there's another thing. I might put that down in the comments. Because I need to do the forks on this. Actually, the forks are overdue, to be honest. And I need to do the clutch eventually. I probably should have done that ages ago too. I go through oil changes like no tomorrow in this bike. Probably because I use it all the time. And I change the oil quite regularly. Another cute doggy. Do you know what I think I'd like to do? And I'm serious about this now, right? And I know they're not the biggest bike in the world, but I think, I'd like to do like a 1200 Sportster build. I know they're probably not the best fitted bike for a man my size in the world, but at the same time, Well, that same I don't know, because like I think the SV1000S, I get a lot of use out of it. You know, it's their engines are known to last absolutely forever, so I don't think I'd need to change it for any reason. Other than like if I got sick of it or something. You see, I think any bike I ever buy will find it hard to displace this as my daily bike, because the thing about the Phaser is it is an ultra reliable machine. It is probably one of the best all-round daily bikes that you can possibly ever own, because it's cheap to buy, it's pretty cheap to maintain, it's cheap to insure. In Ireland it's the same to taxes, everything else, so that doesn't really come into play. But like, it's a cheap bike that does absolutely everything. Like, is it the fastest on track or anything like that? No, of course not. It's not made for that. But for what it's made for, it is excellent. You know, it's not the most comfortable, it's not the fastest, it's not the best on fuel, it's not the best looking, it's not the cheapest, but it kind of falls in the mid-range of absolutely everything. Whereas things that go low and high, you know, if you get something that's like absolutely the best at everything but its reliability is crap, it's not much good to you, you know what I mean? Such cool buildings. You know, I know they're probably going to knock them down eventually. I think they're already planning on knocking them down, but I think it's kind of a pity, you know, knocking like stuff like that instead of trying to, you know, leave it there, add more windows and make them into apartments. Surely it'd be cheaper to like retrofit it than knock it and rebuild it. I have no idea. I don't price these type of mega builds, but I don't know. I feel as if it would be cheaper. Put back on my gloves. I was being good to take them off. Oh well, we don't get checked out today. Had all my documentation ready anyway. It's still kind of surreal seeing the place as quiet as it is. Alright, lad. I wonder, does he know he's on camera? Not only but like crossing lines without indicating and stuff. Didn't save you any time, did it? Oh god, I love that. Someone who's like super impatient, and now he, like, not only did I pass him back out, he got stuck behind another line of cars as well. Poor fella. I'm kind of disappointed now. I got out all my documentation and the guard didn't even look at them after all my effort. Oh, come on. Now, this pisses me off, right? How in the name of God is a speed van essential? Like, that genuinely annoys me. So like, you have other people out, and some people who are doing what I would consider essential jobs, and they're not allowed there because their jobs aren't considered essential, like, you know, building and small businesses that will go under, and they have the speed vans out. Oh, that's absolutely infuriating. But like the speed vans, nah, there is no need at all for them to be out. And we overtook BMW man again. Sucks to be him. Sorry, BMW guy. Today is not your day to stay ahead of me. I suppose it boils down to the main question being, what do you think? Theoretically, when all this blows over, if I have any money or a job left, would you think I should just save for a house with a garage in this country or otherwise, or go for it and get another bike? The only guaranteed thing in all this situation is, if I went, actually I'll finish that sentence off when we get somewhere quieter. But what I was saying was, the only definite in this is if I buy the bike, I know I'll never be disappointed, because I would absolutely love it. Like, I love all bikes really. I don't think any bike I'd ever buy I wouldn't be disappointed with, because even if it breaks, I'll just fix it. For the house, like, it's a realistic possibility that I will never ever own a house, and that's something that I think myself and a lot of people of my age group have to come to terms with. Yeah, so it's likely that I might never own a house. So if I don't buy said bike and wait to buy this house, it might never materialise, because, you know, I might say, oh, there's no point in buying the house in this country because maybe I want to stay here, or this county, maybe I don't want to stay here, or this area, maybe I don't want to stay there, so I'll just stay renting. And then I haven't bought that bike, and all that time that money sitting in my account doing nothing, and then 5 years down the road, Budweiser virus hits and kills everyone, and I'm like, on my deathbed, I really wish I bought that SV1000S because I would have enjoyed the shit out of that V-twin. You know, that's kind of where my mind goes to. I never assume I'm going to live to like 90 years old. I just don't. I don't know why. Doggy. Oh, he's gorgeous. Red setter. Look at him. He's so cute. Wish I was a dog. Dogs have easier lives. I don't have to worry about SV1000s or houses questions. Although dogs can't ride motorbikes on their own, so maybe I don't want to be a dog. Doggy. Oh, he's so cute. He looked at me. So, if you've watched, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share the video if you think it'd help someone else to be a little less insane in these crazy times. But yeah, thanks for watching. Until next time, adios. Outro crew. If you had the choice of any bike, if I could get any bike, what would you like to see me on? Cost immaterial. What would you like to see me on? Yeah, that's it really. Sorry, it's a pretty bad outro crew, isn't it? Yeah. Bye.